Hello dear all, welcome to the another video of our course, that is C programming. Here in this video we are going to study about the basic structure of C programming. If you are new to this channel and if you haven't subscribed to our channel till now, please do subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the latest notification whenever I upload new video regarding this course. So this is our second video. In our first video, we have studied about the fundamentals of C programming and why we need to study C programming. And here in this video, we are going to study about the structure of C programming. So in this video, we are going to discuss the different parts of C programming or C programming code. So this is a sample C programming code which I have written in Turbo C++. Using this sample code, I am going to define the different structure or different parts of C programming. So if you found this code is difficult for you to understand, don't worry, we are going to discuss each part of this code in detail in our upcoming videos. For timing, consider this is the sample C programming code which I have written in Turbo C++, and I am going to define the different parts of C programming using this code. So this is our sample code, and the first sections of our C programming code is known as preprocessor directory. So this has include stdio.h, has include conio.h. So these are the header files, and this header file is used to link the various functions like printf, this printf, scanf, clr, scr, void main. So these are the functions which are written inside some header file, and we need to include this header file to use it. So this preprocessor directive is a directive where we are going to include various directives or preprocessor files. And after that, we have the next section is definition and global declaration section. So this has defined max 100. So this is the how we can define our symbolic constants, or here we have defined a global variable int x equals to 100, and here void add. So this is the user defined function. So this part, definition and global declaration section, is the part of C programming where we are going to define the various type of symbolic constants or user defined functions or a global variables. So the after preprocessor directive, we have our next section where we are going to define different types of variables, constants, and user defined function, and this part is known as definition and global declaration section. And after global declaration section, we have our main function. So this main function and this opening curly braces and this ending curly braces and this inside the and code inside this opening and ending curly braces is known as the body of main function. And this main function is a function from where the compiler start executing our code, and we need to have only one main function in our C programming code. We can't use more than one main function, because if we use more than one main function in our C programming codes, then compiler get confused from where to start. So we need to have only one main function in our C programming code, and this is the body of our main function. And this body of main function is further divided into two parts. First part is known as variable declaration and assignment part. So this is int ab is the variable, and here we have defined two variables, and a equals to 100, b equals to 2. So this is how we can assign the value to a variable. So this is how we can define variables in C. Don't worry, we are going to discuss, or we are going to make a separate videos for how to declare variables, how to assign value to a variables. So for time being, consider this is our part of C programming, where we are going to define variables and define the variables and assign a value to a variable. And the next part is known as the executable part. Here in the executable part, we are going to write our actual code or the logic. So this executable part contains the logic of a program. And after this executable part, we have end of main function, and after the main function we have our user defined function definition part. So here we have defined the user defined function known as add, and we need to define what that function is going to perform. So inside this global declaration part, we are going to write, inside this user defined function declaration part, where we are going to write the code for that particular function. So this is the different sections of C programming, and most of you may found these segments are little confusing. Don't worry, we are going to discuss these sections, or we are going to write more codes in our upcoming videos, which will help you to understand this section in better way. So don't worry, from our next video we are going to discuss each part, and we are going to write our own code which will help you to understand this section in better way. So this is all for today's video. See you in next video, where we are going to start our new chapter, where we study about the constants, variables and data type. Thank you. See you in next video.